This one's for couples, 14 questions. Who apologizes the first after a fight? Who's more romantic? Who's more patient?
A young mother is attacked, abducted, and murdered by a man family members say was her longtime boyfriend.
Everybody know me, I don't beg for nothing. When I'm begging for my daughter to come home, I don't beg for nothing. I don't beg for nothing. But I'm begging for my daughter to come home.
An hour. That's all the time she had left. And the cruelest part is, she didn't know the clock was running. She spent that hour doing the bravest thing she'd done in 11 years. 12:30 in the morning, December 7th, 2021. A group home in southwest Miami-Dade. The kind of place where the people inside can't be left alone, not even for a few minutes. Andreae Lloyd is 27 years old. She's 6 weeks pregnant, and she isn't even supposed to be here tonight. She picked up a shift that wasn't hers. 60 minutes earlier, she'd called her godmother, a woman who'd survived an abusive relationship of her own, and said it out loud. After 11 years, after 2 little boys, with a third just 6 weeks along, she was leaving him. Then someone knocked. The camera above the door caught all of it. Her crossing the room, her hand on the lock. The man on the other side she'd known for more than a decade. By 6:45 that same morning, he was already on the phone with her father, calling her missing a full 15 minutes before her shift was even over. Her father heard the lie before he understood it, and within 48 hours, it wouldn't be the police who cornered him in the brush outside Homestead, next to a truck sunk in the mud, next to a metal box nobody wanted to open. It would be her own family. She did the hard part. She decided. She just never got the hour she needed to be gone, and every second of what came instead is sitting on that camera. This is the story of Andreae Lloyd. Before we go any further, if cases like this matter to you, if you want the people who do this to be remembered for what they did and not forgotten the week after, subscribe to Crimes on the Hills. It costs you nothing, and it keeps Andrea's name moving. And drop one word in the comments right now, her name, Andrea. Let's make sure it's the first thing people see. Now let's go back to that phone call. The woman on the other end of the line was Alfreda Lyons. She wasn't just a godmother in name. By her own account, she raised Andrea close enough that she'd describe her later like a shadow, the kind of person who's in every photo standing right next to you. And Lyons knew this particular conversation from the inside, because she had once been the woman trying to find the nerve to leave. She got out. She survived it. So when Andrea told her she was finally done with Xavier Johnson, Lyons understood exactly how much that sentence cost to say. 11 years is a long time to talk yourself out of something. Andrea had 2 sons at home, ages 1 and 5. She had a third child on the way that almost nobody knew about yet, and she'd reached the point so many people in that situation never get to. The decision. Not a maybe, not someday. She was leaving. What she didn't know was that deciding to leave is the single most dangerous moment in a relationship like that one. The experts have a phrase for it. The most lethal window isn't while a woman stays. It's the moment she moves toward the door. Andrea had just stepped into that window, and the clock she couldn't see started counting down the second she hung up the phone. Now picture the home. It sits on a quiet residential street, Southwest 285th Terrace, tucked east of the turnpike. Inside are adults who depend on a caretaker for everything. People who can't call for help, can't run, can't tell anyone what they saw. Andrea is supervising. She came in on a night that was supposed to belong to someone else. It's after midnight, the street is empty, and then there's a knock. Here's where the surveillance footage takes over, because it doesn't editorialize, it just records. According to the arrest report, the camera shows Andrea walking to the door and opening it, the way you open a door for someone you know. The man on the other side isn't a stranger. It's Johnson, the father of her children, the man she'd told her godmother she was leaving 60 minutes ago. And police say the moment she opened it, he started beating her. The video, investigators say, shows him pulling her out of the home, dragging her, carrying her across to a white Honda Civic. And that detail matters, because the Civic was Andrea's own car. He didn't bring a getaway vehicle. He used hers. Police say the car pulled away into the dark and was gone, off in what the department's own press release called an unknown direction. Inside the house, the residents were alone now. The person who was there to protect them had just been carried off her own doorstep on camera. It would be a coworker who walked in later that morning and realized Andreae was gone. No note, no call, nothing. And anyone who knew her understood instantly that this was wrong, because Andreae Lloyd did not disappear on her children. Her father, Arnold Lloyd, will tell reporters she was the youngest of his 12 kids, and the one who checked on him every single day. The idea that she'd walk away from 2 little boys in the middle of a shift was not just unlikely. To her family, it was impossible. So they started calling. And one of those calls is the moment this entire case cracks open. Because at 6:45 that morning, Andrea's father gets a phone call from Johnson himself, and Johnson tells him Andreae is missing. Picture Arnold Lloyd that morning. He's the father of 12, and Andreae is the baby of them, the one who calls every day just to check that he's eaten, that he's all right. So when the phone rings before sunrise, some part of him is already braced, the way a parent is always half-braced for the call that comes too early. He picks up. It's Johnson. And the words don't fit the hour. Andrea's missing. Arnold turns it over while Johnson is still talking, and it won't sit flat. His daughter doesn't get off work until 7. It isn't 7. It isn't even close. Sit with the time. 6:45. Her shift ended at 7. Johnson is on the phone reporting her missing 15 minutes before she was even due to clock out. Her father said it plainly to reporters afterward. How do you know she's missing before she's even off work? That, he said, was fishy. He heard it in real time, and something in his gut turned over, even before the rest of the story arrived to explain why. That single phone call is the thread. Investigators would pull it, and everything would come apart. Here's the part of this story that you don't see often, and it's the part the family is proudest of. They didn't sit and wait. The police were searching. Aviation units, ATVs, K-9 teams fanning out across southwest Miami-Dade. But it was the Lloyd family that found him. A relative spotted Johnson out near a remote, wooded stretch of Homestead in the area around Southwest 328th Street and 137th Avenue. Desolate, swampy ground not far from the Homestead Miami Speedway. The family didn't lose him. According to the uncle, Manuel Lloyd, they followed, they converged on the spot, and they physically held Johnson there, refused to let him leave, until officers could get there. The father confronted him face to face, and Johnson, standing in that brush, told Arnold Lloyd he was out there looking for Andreae, looking for her, in the middle of nowhere, miles from her job, miles from her home, in swampland off a speedway. The family said he seemed nervous. Of course he did. If this is hitting you, if the nerve of that, the cruelty of it, is landing, take 1 second and hit subscribe. Crimes on the Hills exists because of people who refuse to let stories like Andrea's get buried. That's the whole channel. That's you. Thank you for being here. Now, what investigators found in that wooded area. His truck was there, a dark pickup, sunk into the brush, stuck in the mud, like he'd tried to take it somewhere it couldn't go. Police brought in a cadaver dog to work the heavily wooded ground around it, and the dog alerted. Picture the tree line, officers pushing into ground that fights back, thick brush, standing water, the kind of place nobody wanders into by accident. The dog works ahead of them, nose down, and then it stops. It plants. Handlers know that posture, and it isn't the posture of a dog that's lost the scent. It's the other one. Investigators initially had trouble even reaching the spot. The terrain was that rough, and the whole time, somewhere behind the line, the family is standing there, because they were the ones who led police to this stretch of nowhere in the first place. They watched the search narrow toward a single point in the brush. They watched it slow down, and on some level they already understood what slowing down meant. When officers finally got to it, what they found, according to a law enforcement source, was a large metal box, the kind built to sit in the bed of a pickup truck, the kind you'd use to haul tools. It was sitting out there near where Johnson's truck was parked. Human remains were inside it. A medical examiner would later confirm what the family already knew in their bones. The remains were Andrea's. The search was over. The hoping was over. Everything after this would be measured in a different kind of time, the kind a family never stops counting. How she died has never been released. Police have kept the cause of death out of the public record from the beginning, and I'm not going to fill that silence with a guess, because she deserves better than a guess. What we know is where she ended up, in a metal box, in the swamp, hidden by the father of her children, within hours of opening a door for him. They brought Johnson in for questioning at Miami-Dade Police Headquarters, and according to the arrest report, he confessed. He confessed to the kidnapping. He confessed to the killing. The man who'd called her father at 6:45 to plant the idea that she'd vanished on her own. The man who'd stood in the brush and said he was looking for her, sat down with detectives and admitted he was the one who took her and the one who ended her life. When he appeared in bond court 2 days after the abduction, the charges read against him were first-degree murder, kidnapping with a weapon, and armed burglary with assault or battery. The judge, Mindy Glazer, didn't soften any of it. She told the court he'd confessed. She called it a serious case. And she said the words out loud that hang over everything that's come since. This may be a death penalty case. He was held with no bond. Then comes the detail that turns this from a tragedy into something that should have been preventable, and it's the one most people never hear. Remember the phone call. The one an hour before she died. Andrea's godmother has spent the years since asking a question she can't put down. Lyons is a domestic violence survivor herself, and she's since gone back to school, working on a doctorate in criminal justice, studying the exact thing that killed the girl she loved like a daughter. She points to a tool called a lethality assessment, a short set of questions that trained officers and advocates can use to flag when someone is in the most dangerous window of all, the leaving window, the one Andrea had just stepped into. Andrea told her she was getting out. She told the right person. She did everything someone is supposed to do, and it still wasn't enough, because the danger moved faster than the help could. Her family says, on the surface, the relationship looked fine. The nephew told reporters it seemed perfect, that he'd never even seen the two of them argue at family gatherings. The uncle said whatever was going on between them must have been a very good secret, because they never saw it. That's the quietest, most chilling part of all of this. 11 years, 2 kids, a third coming, holidays, photos, family dinners. And underneath it, something none of them could see until the morning it carried her out a door on camera. After she was gone, her 5-year-old kept asking the only question a 5-year-old can ask. "Where's mommy?" he asked his uncle. He asked his cousins. He asked everyone in that big family one at a time. And they had an answer they couldn't bring themselves to give him. On her birthday, 1 week after they found her, the family didn't hold a funeral march or a press conference. They released pink balloons into the Homestead sky, hundreds of them, and they tried to laugh because her brother said that's what she'd want. No tears, just everybody together, the way she always pulled them together when she was alive. We're near the end, so let me ask one thing of you before you go. Subscribe to Crimes on the Hills if you haven't yet. It's the single thing that keeps cases like this from disappearing, and it's free. And then leave a comment, because I want to hear from you on this one specifically. Andrea did the hardest thing a person in her position can do. She decided to leave, and she said it out loud to someone who could have helped her get there. She just didn't get the hour. So here's the question I can't stop turning over, and I want yours. If the most dangerous moment is the moment a person tries to leave, what should have stood between Andrea and that door? A law? A question an officer asks? Somewhere to run that night that wasn't her own car? Tell me below. Because a man is sitting in a Miami-Dade jail facing the possibility of the death penalty, and that's a kind of justice. But it isn't the same as her walking through her front door tonight to 2 boys and a third on the way. Her father said it better than I can. He said he'd take his daughter over an arrest any day of the week. Say her name in the comments. Andreae Lloyd, 27 years old, 6 weeks from a secret she never got to tell the world, 1 hour from being free.